I don't want to have anyone get hurt or something to happen that is a direct result of anything that is shown or displayed in any of my videos. Watching this video, I hope you get a better understanding of what I do to protect myself. I'll cover a lot of different categories, but we're going to start right from the bare basics. Today, we're talking about shop safety. Shop safety is my #1 priority. I don't care who you are, where you're from. All I want is to make sure that you protect yourself and that you have fun doing the hobbies and things that you enjoy safely and responsibly. Yeah, I sound like an old man, but that's because I am now, and I've had to learn these things over the years on my own. If I'm not safe, I don't do it. Or if I don't feel safe, I don't do it. So if you don't feel safe doing anything when it comes to repairing something or taking something apart, please don't. Just don't. That's when accidents happen. And I don't want that to happen to anyone out there. To start this off, your working area. When you're working on an item, make sure that you have a nice clean area, debris free. There ain't nothing here. I have lots of room to take this apart and put my parts, where I need to, so I can get access to them easily. There's no one walking beside me. There's nothing gonna cause any stress when it comes to me taking apart something. I'm just using this as an example. #1, a clean working area with no obstructions around your work area. So around you, it's all nice and clean, or it doesn't even have to be clean. It just has to be so you're not bumping into things, and you're not, you're confident in your working area, and it's well lit, it's bright. I could even turn on that for a little extra. I do not have anyone come into my shop here when I'm working on items. If I do, I stop what I'm doing immediately. I do not carry on until they have left the room. Because one, I put myself at risk and I put them at risk. Because like I said, a lot of components out there can carry a lot of voltage, when you're dealing with rotary tools, or when you're dealing with, you're sanding something, or it doesn't matter what, accidents do happen, and it's up to you to be protected. Let's get into the next part here. My next part is protecting you. So that means hearing protection. Always have something around that's cheap. These are cheap off of eBay. I think they were a couple of dollars. I was using some old headphones before for in here, but so it doesn't have to cost you much. Just find something that you can use to protect your ears if you're using heavier equipment. And when you are working on electronics, electrostatic wrist strap, I would recommend. I don't use them all the time. The only times I really do is when I'm working on other people's stuff, but that's my thing. Make sure you wear it all the time if you can, or get a grounding box or a grounding cable or something to ground you. There's many different options out there. Electrostatic, I guess, electricity, you don't want to be wrecking components and stuff like that. So that's another one. And back to the ear protections, always have a couple of these kicking around just in case someone else does come into your work area when you are using something. Make sure that they wear them, or don't let them in your shop, because you're putting them at risk. Silly, yes, but protect your friends, your family, whatever. It goes a long way. Then the next thing is eye protection. Eye protection is a must. I don't care if you're sanding, using a CNC machine, a laser engraver, doesn't matter what, have something on your eyes, because things do come and get in your eye all the time. Even when I'm cleaning up 3D printer parts and I'm sanding them. Always wear a pair of glasses. These are for my laser. You can get some clear ones. These are cheap on eBay as well, a couple dollars. You can find them pretty much anywhere in your local hardware stores, stuff like that. Get yourself a nice pair. Not even a nice pair, just a pair to protect your eyes. I don't care what it is. Protect your eyes. So I'm just going to rotate the camera here. I'm going to show you the next part for your shop safety. And these next two items are by far the most important things I could think of that you're absolutely going to want. And if you don't have, please be cautious and don't even do what you're gonna. This fire extinguisher is an ABC fire extinguisher. Do not get anything other than an ABC fire extinguisher for your area. I say that because if you don't know fire extinguishers, A is for your ash, your wood burning products, stuff like that. B is for your gas burning products, like whatever, you might have something that caught fire, some cleaning agent or something like that. You're going to want that, so that way it covers that properly. And C is for your current, your electrical fires. So you're going to want this, an ABC fire extinguisher. If you don't have one of them, get one of them. Protect you, your family, your stuff. You're going to want one 110%. I wouldn't be doing a lot of things I do unless I had this here. And make sure you get it checked regularly every year. Pressure, stuff like that, take it in. It costs next to nothing to get done, I think $10 or something. But that's your safety, your family's safety, the people around you safety. Keep that handy. And make sure everyone in your family knows how to use that as well. That's the most important thing, knowing how to use a fire extinguisher. Please get a smoke detector in your shop area. I don't care if it's wired or not. I ultimately suggest the wired one, but if not, get a regular one, something that you can put up and test it every month. I say every month. They say 6 months, but I say every month. You don't know when the batteries inside might degrade. It might not work as efficiently. So by just pressing the button once a month, you're not taking that much time out of your day. That's my number one thing. Along with the fire extinguisher, that I would not be running anything in my shop unattended at any given time if I did not have these two items. So my next item is, if you're going to be sanding, I have my sander there, my drill press there, I've got my CNC machine there, I run my jigsaw, stuff like that in here as well. You know, sometimes I work on pallets, which I don't like, because you never know what's been put on them. When you're cutting into them and you got that dust in the air, you don't know what mold spores or whatever other chemicals that are being released into the air when you're cutting into those pallets and that wood that you might have. So for my own safety and protection, I use this dust collector system, which was really cheap. I spent $20 on the vacuum on sale. It's a small 1.5 horse, which does a more than efficient job for what I need in here, which goes into my Cyclone dust collector here, and I attach that to all my items. I do need to make a vacuum plate or some sort of attachment for my drill press, and modify a couple of other items to be more efficient in dust collecting. One thing in my shop, I would not be running my CNC machine in here if I did not have it. I wouldn't be sanding in here, I wouldn't be drilling in here. I would have an outdoor shop for that. Okay, so my next part would have to be using the right tool for the job. This is another shop safety thing that I think is overlooked, because there is so much cheap tools on eBay and other Amazon and whatever else out there, that we disregard what we should actually be using or for a certain job. Electronic safety equipment I've built myself because I wasn't going to pay a lot for them, because I am cheap. I'm not going to deny that. So you can probably make a lot of the tools that are out there for safety when working on electronic components and stuff like that. Lots of tutorials out there. Lots of them are really good. And once again, when it comes down to it, if you don't feel safe using that item, it might be an item that you want to buy. Or if you need to feel 110% safe of what you're doing and that there's no harm that's going to come to you. For example, this guy here I use for removing yokes on monitors, so that way I can discharge the monitor, so I'm not going to electrocute myself, which is a huge amount of electricity. And when dealing with stuff like that, be very, very careful, because that is the only time I've ever shocked myself, and it wasn't from the yoke, it was from the flyback. I was putting a cap kit on a monitor main board, and my arm grazed the flyback, and basically my cheeks were up in my ears. The electricity was so bad. I didn't do it just once, I did it twice, like right after another. So now I will not do any soldering after 12 o'clock at night. I set a limit, and as I get older I'll probably lower it down, but for now 12 o'clock's the latest I will do it, because that happened about 1 or 1:30 in the morning, and my arm grazed it, and it was the shock of my life, let me tell you. And that's the only time I've ever shocked myself like that. It won't happen again, but that could have been bad enough that it could have severely hurt me or killed me. And that I can't stress enough when it comes to shop safety, is keeping yourself safe. It's great to enjoy and love electronics and work with them, but it's another thing to be around long enough to keep on doing it for the rest of your life. And here's another item. This is my dusty capacitor discharger. You can find plans for these all over the internet. I just put mine in this case for fun, just so I could know exactly where it was at all times. And it's something I just put on my shelf. So you don't need anything this big one. You can make the smaller ones. They have little pen ones you can make. There's all sorts anyways. A lot of the tools out there you can make, and they work great, but make sure you're reading the comments in the tutorials or stuff like that, and see what other people are saying about that item that was made, and to see if it's what's gonna work for you and keep you safe. I do have other ones around here somewhere. Where they are, I don't know at the moment. So anyways, in conclusion, that's my basic shop tips. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit that like button, subscribe, leave comments below. I'll always respond as soon as I can. You can check out our website. You can contact me through there as well. So many methods there. Just check the channel there, and you'll see all the links to the different sites and that, and shoot me a message. I'm more than willing to help anyone out whenever I can. So remember, it's your safety, your family's safety, and everyone around you safety. So be cautious, be aware, have fun, and have a good day. Take care.